Our demonstration today is mounting. Mounting of the upper and the lower bite-rim to the articulator. We have different type of articulator, but for us we use an articulator. First of all, we must check the space between the bite-rim and the upper removable plate of the articulator. First, we must make the occlusal pin to the zero. For this type of articulator, the zero is when the level of the occlusal pin is with the level of the plate. As we see, it's with the level of it. But for the other type, like this type of articulator, it is the same time but with different shape. The zero, we can see the occlusal pin have many grooves, but in the middle there is a deep groove. The deepest one, it is the zero. I should put the deep groove with the level of the plate and tighten the screw so the pin will not remove. This is the zero of this type of articulator. It is come in three colors: orange, red, green. Also it come in white color. All of them the same procedure or the same principles. First, we must put the occlusal plate and tighten it with the pin and close it. First, we must check the level of the cast. It's with there is a space of the mounting. So we put the upper bite-rim on the plate and close the articulator. As we see, there is a space. There is a space between the cast and the plate when the occlusal pin in its place in the table touch the table. As we see, there is a space. There is enough space for mounting. If there is no space, we can trim the cast. We can trim the cast. Okay. First, we must indicate the midline. In the incisor papilla, we draw a line like this, and then transfer this line to the bite-rim. By wax knife, we make our line on the wax. As we see, and for the lower, the same. This is the midline. I draw it from the labial frenum and then transfer it to the wax. When I put the lower and the upper bite-rim together, there should be no space between the wax. Now I should fix the bite-rim to the cast so as not to move when I make my mounting. By using small wax and put in the buccal and labial vestibules to fix the record base and the bite-rim to the cast. put a small piece of wax in the buccal, and here another one. On the other side. Small amount of wax in the buccal and labial flanges. Also for the lower, the same. Now it's ready. Now we must make our guiding notch. 3 guiding notch for the upper and for the lower. We make 3 guide, 1 anterior and 2 in this corner. Using the wax knife, I make a notch. This is one. And this is 2. And the last one. This is the 3 guiding notch. And also for the lower, 1 in the anterior and 2 in the posterior. These 3 guiding notch. When I use this type of articulator, I should put the pen. The table of the articulator have 2 identical lines. The first line, this line, it's divided the table into 2 equal parts, and this small line represent the labial incline, the labial surface, and this represents the long axis or the midline. So I should put the labial surface in this first small line, and the midline, it should be coincide with the other line, this long line. Like this, you see? This is the first line, and this is the second line with the midline, and the first line, it's with the level of the labial surface of the bitrim. And the bitrim should be in the middle of the articulator, in the middle of it. So when I close it, there should be the space of this cast should be equal to this part. This part should be equal, and the posterior part of the cast, this part should be parallel with this part of the articulator. This one should be parallel to this. This should be parallel to this, and when I close it, should be the space, and this side should be the same with that size. As we see, this part should be equal with this part, and the midline is in the midline, and the labial surface of the bitrim should be with the line, small line. Now I should fix the bitrim to the plate by using the wax knife. I should put small piece of wax here and here and here and here, and should not damage the wax of the bitrim. I again check it. This part is equal to this one, and the midline is with the midline, and the labial surface is with the small line. Now I can make the mounting, but first I should put a small amount of separating medium in this part and for the guiding groove. Separating medium, small amount of separating medium in this groove, and small amount in the middle. Then I should mix a plaster of Paris, and should be thick, and put it in the cast, and then close the articulator and remove the excess. mixture should be thick. And put it on the cast and distribute it equally. And then we close, after we put the pen, we close the articulator till the pen touch the table, and then we remove the excess from the outside and from the upper part and put if there is any deficiency in the cast. And remove any excess of the plaster. Now this is ready, and I put it here for to set. Now we use the other type of the articulator. This type of articulator. The procedure is little different from that one. First, we should remove this mounting plate and put the mounting table. And after I check, there is a space between the upper cast and the mounting plate. There is a space, no need for trimming. This table have a notch. This notch represents the deepest point of the notch, represent the labial and the middle of the plate or the articulator. This is notch represent the midline and the labial incline of the upper cast, our upper bite. So after we make our guiding notch, this is one and this is the other, and this is the last one, and I fix the bite to the cast by using wax. Now I should put it here, and the midline should be with the midline. This one, and when I close it, the space also should be the same this side to the other side. Now I should fix the white rim to the plate or table. Also we should put separating medium in the middle and in the guiding grooves. Small amount of separating medium in the middle and guiding grooves. Now we make our plaster thick and put it in the cast. And then we should close the articulator till touch the occlusal pin to the table, and then remove the excess. We see the pin, it's touched to the table, and now we remove the excess plaster and make it smooth. As we see. Now I must check this articulator. I check it, it is set. So I should touch the lower with the upper, the lower vitrin to the upper vitrin. First I should separate the vitrin from the table by using the wax knife. Okay, I separated it like this. Okay, and I put it in this place and remove the mounting table. And again we should put the pin. And the upper and the lower vitrin should be connected together. The midline to the midline, and the upper should be in front of the lower by 2 mm. You see, it is over the lower by 2 mm, and we make it in the middle, and it should be in the middle. Yes. You see it? It is in the middle. I see these lines and these spaces. Now I should connect them by using a small amount of wax so as not to remove. Now the same procedure. I put the plaster here and then I close the articulator till the pen touch the table like this. For this type of articulator, it will be the same. First, we remove the bite-rim from the mounting table and then remove the table by remove it in this place and put the mounting plate, tightening the screw, and the same as we do in this, we put the lower bite-rim to the upper and fix it and put the plaster and close the articulator and remove the excess. The same procedure. The same procedure as we do to the upper, we do it to the lower. We put a small amount of separating medium in the middle and in the guiding groove. And we should mix the plaster of Paris in the same manner as we mix it to the upper. We make it thick. As we see, it is thick. We put our amount here and we distributed the material. And we close the articulator till the pen is touched to the stable as we see, and then we fill the spaces between the cast and the articulator and remove the excess. The plaster should not touch the bite-rim or the wax, only the cast. see the pen is touched to the table. Okay, and now we can leave the articulator in its place and upstairs, downstairs till it become hard. The plaster become hard. And as we say, for this type of articulator, it is the same as we do in this one, and for the same as we do it for the upper.